Yo, what's going on YouTube? It's your boy Top 10 Videos coming at you guys with another Top 10 video. In today's video, I'm going to be counting down 10 reasons why people hate Dom Tracy. I personally love Dom Tracy, and I think his content's absolutely amazing, but he does tend to get a little bit of hate, and in today's video, I'm going to be covering why that is. Anyways, guys, we're going to do a chart, and here's how the chart works. Leave a like on the video if you love Dom Tracy, or leave a dislike on the video if you hate Dom Tracy. Anyways, guys, if you're new to the channel, be sure to hit that subscribe button. Once you hit that subscribe button, comment down below saying I subscribed, and I'm going to respond to every single person that comments down below saying I subscribed, because I appreciate all the new subscribers so very much. Anyways, guys, hit that like button and let's get right into the video. So he tends to say in his videos that if you don't follow him on Instagram or if you don't subscribe to him on YouTube, that a killer clown is going to come for you. Now, that's kind of manipulation if you really go to think about it, because, there are some little kids that watch his videos and they might honestly believe that if they don't like his videos or if they don't subscribe to him or if they don't follow him on Instagram, that there's going to be a killer clown that comes for them. So, in my opinion, that is a little bit of manipulation, but I understand obviously that he's joking. But, I do see where people are coming from when they think it's the wrong thing to do. But like I said, guys, all these points are not points that I'm making. These are points that the viewers have made in the comment section of Dom Tracy's videos, and I'm just going based off what they're saying. But anyways, we're going to jump on into the number 9 spot. So his clown videos are fake. And everyone knows, not everyone, but a lot of people know that his clown videos are fake. But at the same time, there are some people that don't know that they're fake. There's a lot of little kids that watch Dom Tracy, and you'd be surprised. A lot of them think his videos are real. I'd probably say about 60% of his audience videos think they're fake and they just enjoy them anyway, and about 40% think they're real and that's why they watch them. Now here's the thing, he's not open and he's not transparent about the fact that they're fake. Now when a video is scripted or when a video is fake or if it's a skit, in my personal opinion, you should be transparent about it. McJuggernuggets had a series on his channel, I forgot the series, I never watched it, like The Crazy Father, I don't even remember. But anyways, he wasn't really that transparent about it being fake, and a lot of people were mad because he was staging the entire series and a lot of his fans thought it was real. Now here's the thing, all you gotta do is be open about it. Dom Tracy, if you're watching this video, all you gotta do is be open about it. Just because your videos are fake or they're staged, same thing basically, but just because your videos are staged doesn't mean they're not enjoyable. I would watch your videos regardless. Pretty much everyone would watch your videos regardless. Whether your whole audience knew your videos were staged or not, they'd probably still watch them because they are enjoyable. But anyways, let's jump on into the number 8 spot. So in my opinion, this is a huge reason why people hate Dom Tracy, and it's because he's young and successful. I don't know his age, but if I had to guess, I think he's 11 or 12. And this dude's fucking making hundreds of thousands of dollars. This dude is caking right now. He's making bank. And a lot of people are envious about that. When you're that young and you're clocking in that much fucking money, you're going to have some haters. And Dom Tracy does have quite a bit of haters. He has a lot of other YouTubers that are, making rant videos on him, and that's coming from me, but this isn't a rant video. The reason why I'm saying that's coming from me is because there's a lot of stupid people out there and they're gonna be like, oh, you're making a rant video on him. This isn't a rant video. As I said, I love Dom Tracy. I'm just covering a video as to why people in his comment section, or why there are people that don't like him, because Dom Tracy does get quite a bit of hate, and I'm just covering why that is. But anyways, that's the last time I'm going to point that out in this video for all the ignorant viewers. But anyways, so Dom Tracy, where was I at? I'm pretty sure I was, oh yeah, so he's young and successful. Now a lot of other YouTubers are making rant videos on him, or a lot of other YouTubers, especially on Twitter, I see so many people saying, this dude doesn't deserve that amount of subscribers, this guy deserves it, or this guy doesn't deserve that amount of views, this guy deserves it. A lot of people think, oh, I've been doing YouTube for 4 years, Dom Tracy's barely been doing YouTube, and all of a sudden he blew up. And here's the thing about YouTube, you could do YouTube for 7 years and never make a fucking dollar. But you could do YouTube for a day and you could be a millionaire. That's just the way it works, dude. That's just the way life works as well. And Dom Tracy happened to put in a lot of hard work, and he put in a lot of smart work as well. His series is a very smart series. It's not only hard work, he's making a very, very smart move, because this is a trending topic. The whole killer clowns, he centralized his series around a trending topic, which resulted in his channel blowing up, which means he's a smart kid. It could have been his parents that encouraged him to do it. I have no clue. he seems like the type of guy that just wanted to do it for himself. He seems like a smart kid. But anyways, we're going to jump into the number 7 spot. So a lot of people claim that his titles are clickbait, that they're just a little bit, way too enticing for the average viewer. They're just way too enticing. You just got to click them. And I always love this argument because it's like every YouTuber fucking clickbaits. There's people in the comments that are like, dude, your titles are way too enticing. You got to calm down a little bit. And it's like, isn't that the point? Like, when you're making a YouTube video, dude, the goal is to get as many motherfuckers out there to see it as possible. And Dom Tracy's just doing what pretty much every successful YouTuber does. He's trying to get as many people to see his content as possible. And whether that means making enticing titles or enticing thumbnails, you got to do what you got to do. And there are a lot of YouTubers out there that are against that. But, if you're going to call out Dom Tracy for it, you're going to have to call out pretty much every single YouTuber for it, especially all the top YouTubers, because fucking PewDiePie, the FaZe Clan, those are just barely any channels. There's so many YouTubers that do clickbait, that use enticing titles, that use enticing thumbnails, and it's simply business, dude. YouTube's a business, and if you want to be successful, you got to be a businessman, and you got to make business decisions. Well, you could be a businesswoman as well. But, Wenji, she's a famous YouTuber. She's a girl, but she's very smart. She uses very enticing thumbnails and titles. Like I said, that's what you got to do, man. You got to use enticing thumbnails. You got to use enticing thumbnails and titles if you want to make it on YouTube. And I'm not going to lie, Dom Tracy's thumbnails are some of the best out there. Like, I'm not going to lie. Whenever I see his videos pop up in my sub box, his thumbnails are always on point. Like, I always click on his videos whenever I see them in my sub box. But anyways, we're going to jump into the next number. So a lot of people are complaining that Dom Tracy is overdoing the series, the Killer Clown series. And, I guess I could kind of agree on this, but then again, I kind of don't, because it's like, okay, yes, it is a bit overkill. He's pretty much only doing Killer Clown videos now. But at the same time, that's what's getting the motherfucker views, bro. Like, how are you going to argue that, man? The only reason why I agree with that is because, yes, that is the only content he does nowadays. He used to do other content. But you would do the same shit. Any smart person would do the same thing. It's like, say, for instance, you run a business, and you're a pizzeria, and all of a sudden you add a new menu item. And that menu item happens to be your number one seller. And you put everything else on hold and you just start selling that number one seller. I guess that's a little bit different, but that's a decent analogy. So you only start selling your best seller. And then you start doing a lot more business. Wouldn't you continue to do that? You're going to do what's best for your business. And that's the same thing that Dom Tracy's doing. He realizes that on his channel, the Killer Clown videos are doing the best. Those are the videos that are bringing him the most attention, the most views, the most subscribers, the most money. So he continues to do them. And it's very smart. It's simply a business move. And who cares? Whether he's doing it for fun, money, whatever he's doing it for, we're still getting the content that we enjoy. So who honestly gives a shit? But anyways, guys, let's jump into the next number. Dom Tracy just unboxed his 100K plaque, and he's already at 750,000 subscribers. That in itself is fucking insane. Like, I literally can't even tell you how insane that is. In 2 weeks' time, he's gotten like 700K subs. If you go on VidStatsX, he gets about 100,000 subscribers per day, which is in fucking insane. He gets more subscribers than all the top YouTubers. He gets more subs than PewDiePie. He's literally the fastest growing channel on YouTube right now. And that brings so much jealousy. Like, I don't think you guys understand. If you were to go on Twitter and search Dom Tracy, there are so many jealous YouTubers out there that are tweeting him so much shit. Like, dude, drink bleach. I'm not even going to go on what they say because I looked it up just to see for myself. And there's so much fucked up shit that people are tweeting him. Now, I know a lot of you guys are going to be like, dude, people tweet that to all their YouTube. People tweet that to every YouTuber. Every big YouTuber gets tweets like that. But Dom Tracy is getting so many of those tweets, death threats, all this crazy shit. And in my opinion, I've already said this. A lot of people are jealous of him. I already said that early in the video, but I'm just going to reiterate it. There's just so many people that are jealous that this dude has become an overnight sensation. He's literally blown up, and he's become probably the fastest growing YouTuber of all time. Like, I've never seen a YouTuber go from 100,000 subscribers to 700,000 subscribers. And I don't even think it was 2 weeks. I think it was 1 week. Like, that is fucking ridiculous, dude. But in my opinion, he deserves it. But let's get into the next number. So another reason why I see him getting a lot of hate is because people think he's a spoiled brat. You know, in his videos, you could see, in some of his videos at least, you could see like the inside of his house, you could see his neighborhood, and it looks like he comes from a pretty rich neighborhood and a pretty rich family as well. And whether he is rich or not, you know, it's not any of our business, to be honest. You know, he might come from a fortunate family that, you know, makes a lot of money, and that's his business. That's not our business. At the end of the day, whether he is a spoiled kid or not, you know, he's spoiling himself. It's not his parents that are spoiling him. They might have spoiled him in the past, but if anything, he's going to be spoiling them now because that motherfucker's making hundreds of thousands of dollars and he's only like 12 years old. So he has a long road ahead of him and he's just getting started. So yeah, you know, he might come from a rich family, but at the end of the day, he's working and he's working for his own money. So that's pretty awesome to see, I'm not going to lie. And yeah. So the final reason why people hate Dom Tracy is because a lot of people claim that he doesn't help out small YouTubers, he doesn't give back to his fans. And my rebuttal to this is he's not inclined to give shit to anyone, dude. All he's there to do is to provide you with free entertainment. And if you don't like that, then fuck off. Like, straight up, dude. There's nothing else to it. Just because someone gets big on YouTube doesn't mean they're inclined to start shouting out smaller YouTubers. That's just not the way the world works. Especially, it's not the way business works. YouTube's a business. If a YouTuber gets big and they decide to shout out smaller YouTubers, fucking awesome. Congrats to them. But let me give an analogy. So say, for instance, you own a successful business and, you know, there's a smaller business out there, potentially a competitor. You know, that small business could potentially compete with your business. You know, you own a pizzeria, there's another pizzeria that opens, they do not that much business, you do a ton of business. You know, is it your job to, you know, tell your customers that come in, you know, you should check out that other pizzeria over there, they make some really good pizza as well. You know, that's not your job to do. I guess it's a kind deed, but at the same time, in business, there's very few kind deeds. Let's just be real here. And so yeah, maybe Dom Tracy hasn't shouted out that many YouTubers. I don't even think he has in general. But honestly, he's not inclined to do that. If he wants to do that for a nice deed, he fucking can. Grants, go for it. But don't dislike his videos. Don't hate on his videos simply because he's not shouting out your YouTube channel. That's not his job. Like I said, his job is to make free, entertaining content. And whether you enjoy the content or not, he's going to keep on making it. And anyways, guys, I think that's going to wrap up this video. I recorded this shit super fucking late at night, but I wanted to get a video made because, I don't know, man. I just want to get a video made for you guys. But I am exhausted, so I'm super sorry if this video didn't come out to amazing quality. Like I said, I'm exhausted right now. But anyways, guys, hopefully all of you did enjoy the video, and I think that's going to wrap it up. My name is Zebla, and I'm signing out.